Hey. Hey.
Yeah, I'm not screaming.
Yeah, listen. You got it. That's the theme to come in. Welcome to another episode of the Triple Threat Sportscast. Happy to be here with you to be here for another episode. Definitely you can find us on Triple Threat Sportscast at YouTube. Please click that red subscribe button, hit that yellow notification bell for all our updates. And when we upload the content, you can find us on IG. You find us on Triple Threat Sportscast on IG. You can get at us individually at Here Shamar for President.
Excellence execution one.
And it's your boy Dice. Shout out Dice.
Dice is still in Pittsburgh.
Dice is still in Pittsburgh. I think he went on a bender. He went out there for the game. First off, the game started like almost 2 hours later.
Yeah, because the rain delay.
Yeah, the thunder, the rain, all of that. So it started like 2 hours later. And then it was cool. And then he had to watch the last 17 seconds of that game. But we'll get to that when we get there. But Dice, after that game, he probably was like, had to sit 2 hours through a storm. He probably went on a bender out there and just said, nah, I ain't coming back. I'll be ready. So Dice, shout out.
Yeah, so
Pod dedicated to you.
Yeah, I mean he'll be back.
Yeah, he'll be back the next episode. But Dice, I hope you have a lot of fun out there. Also, you can find us on TikTok at Triple Threat Sportscast, and until they get banned.
It won't get banned. TikTok's lit apparently.
It is.
I didn't think it was that lit, but
my daughter is my new social engineer manager.
Yeah,
she's my new social media manager. Yeah,
good.
she's gonna take this. She told me some things, so we're gonna try to take this to the next level. She's gonna show me some stuff. So
are you gonna be dancing on that?
Absolutely not.
Eating glizzies?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
You have the talent. Don't let it go to waste.
What talent? Talent for what?
Eating glizzies.
Why are you so concerned? How about somebody eat glizzies for? Yo, you
Dice
wild.
ain't here. Dice love that.
Yeah. Who doesn't? Shut up. Anyway.
Wow boy.
Anyway, wow boy. Anyway.
Wow boy.
All right, so apologize. We missed out on an episode or two. Some things going on, and some things that goes on in life, and sometimes, we make it our intention to get here and do this every week, but life happens, so life is not happening right now. We're short one, but we gonna carry this on as we always do. All right. Did you watch Bad Blood?
I did.
You see your boy, the final boss.
The final boss.
Coming out every time.
Yeah.
Every
You
time.
watched it?
I seen parts.
Do you know what pissed me off the most? That Nia Jax and Bailey fight.
Why?
Because they try to make Nia Jax do a Hurricane Rana. I hate.
But Nia Jax is very athletic.
A Hurricane Rana. Do you want to see the video? Do you want to see this video?
So she can't do a Hurricane Rana? Why, John?
Because she's like.
Go ahead.
She's a nice 250.
She's a nice 250. She definitely is a nice 250. Nia Jax, you got love over here, girl. I tell you. You got love over here. Don't worry. Don't let them tell you anything, Nia Jax. You come over here, girl.
She's
all right?
not bad. She's just a nice 250.
You're a nice 250. I definitely, be under them warm pillows, and whenever you need me to, Nia Jax, you got this. Anyway, y'all not gonna get at her like that, but she's a good athlete, man. She just. I heard her ring work was a little bit to be desired. I heard she's a little bit too rough in there. She's taking it too far, but
let me show you this video.
This
is right here.
Look at that cake.
Jesus.
Pretty and red. Oh.
You saw it?
Listen.
You saw what they tried to do.
I saw what they tried to do. She tried to ba-boom. But you know what? Bailey, that was a great job, Bailey, of trying to, you know what I'm saying? She could have done it. She held her up there for a minute, too. So it wasn't...
Brolic got here.
But hell yeah, you say it's Brolic.
I don't say that. Hurricane Rana, I hate everything about it. They try to make Nia Jax something that she's not. She's a dominant... What's they call it?
She's a brute.
Yeah.
She's a brute. You need to get her out there. She needs to be on some female type Andre the Giant, like Awesome Kong type.
But she's not a Hurricane Rana.
She's not a Hurricane Rana, but she does have good athleticism for herself. She has good athleticism, so
she does.
So they try to, they gotta,
Hell in the Cell was fire.
Yeah, you gotta give them spots. That was a spot. The spot obviously got botched, and it didn't take away from it being a entertaining match.
No, it wasn't horrible. It just like doing a little bit. I mean, I love the way WWE is going. So keep watching it. The only thing I wish, like I said, I had a crazy weekend, and I didn't really get to be invested in everything I wanted to be. But that fight with Roman and Jacob and Cody.
Cody and them.
They didn't have a moment, right? For like Jacob and Roman. I wish
No.
they would have had a moment.
But
I wish they would have just had a moment.
I think they absolutely. My opinion, as far as where Roman goes, they're absolutely
you acknowledge him.
They're misusing that whole thing. They're gonna do it again. They're gonna do it again.
Do what? You better acknowledge him.
Acknowledge what? Like
tribal chief.
Like, listen, you're gonna make him a face, right? They're trying to make him a face right now.
Nah, the fans did that. They didn't do that.
The fans did that, right? But because Roman was so great as a heel, you don't take away what made him great.
They haven't yet.
Well, I don't want them to push this face narrative. Him and Cody need to really get back into that rivalry again.
Yeah, I think Cody's out of it. If you saw the NKO beat up Cody.
Yeah. I mean, listen.
So
Cody, right now they don't, outside of Roman, who do they really have to carry that for them like that? I mean, you can put, if you want Drew McIntyre, maybe CM Punk hasn't deserved anything.
Well, you talk about
as far as the championship,
over, so they're gonna move CM Punk, move other people in different narratives.
That was a good match. The CM Punk Drew McIntyre, that was a good match.
And it was first. It was dumb.
Yes. CM Punk still has it, man. He still has it, bro. In the ring, damn it, yo, you wild, bro. What I mean by he still could go out there. He still put on a good show.
Yeah.
And Drew McIntyre is no slouch himself, so
yeah. He busted him open like he was leaking crazy. It wasn't no box cutter. Tell you that.
Nah. And I'm surprised. Well, pay-per-view they don't have to black that out. But once you get it on the TV, that's going to black and white.
Crazy.
All
that stuff was good. But
let's get here, January. Let's get here. Raw goes to Netflix. Let's get here.
It's gonna be crazy.
Because what? They already moved SmackDown, so I don't know if they're doing. I haven't seen a SmackDown yet on USA.
What are we talking about? I've seen it.
Are they giving them more leeway on USA than they gave them on FS1?
I would say so, but nobody likes SmackDown. I like SmackDown only because my tribal chiefs did.
They have totally. You don't need much wrestling like that. You know.
What'd you take on this Rhea and Dom and Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez?
You Dom, you dirty dog. Dom is a dirty dog. He got a mullet and a mustache. You know he a dirty dog. You know what I'm saying? Rhea,
that's mommy.
Yes, mommy. Yeah. You know, you get. I want him and what's his name, Jey Uso, because Jey Uso looks like he's trying to get him some mommy too.
Jey Uso needs to relax.
Not at all.
First of all,
they finally gave him a title.
Yeah, he did.
They finally gave him a title.
That's why he needs to keep his title run. I think he needs to come off the mommy story because she's doing her own thing and she's gonna be on another red star because her and Raquel never got along. Raquel was a big girl.
Listen, they should stick to that female storyline over there, but throwing Jey Uso in there might add a little intrigue because now you got Dirty Dom with a mullet in there. You know, having him be the dude, and that's not it. Plus, don't they got a whole in their own faction right now with Damian Priest and don't these guys got a little bit of friction in their faction?
Or Judgment Day?
Judgment Day.
No, they're done. They all separated. Dude. Apparently, I think Rhea and Damian separated too. They no more territories. They're gonna do their own story side. So that's what they said.
Man, that
Rhea could carry
Rhea could carry her own.
I think Damian could get too.
Damian Priest can. Well, they made him a champion, so they obviously think a lot of him. Obviously, I think Dirty Dom is the star of that whole faction because
they love him. People love and hate him.
But that's a core part of wrestling. You either love him or you hate him, but there's no in between. Like I personally like him. I like him right where he's at right now, being the slime ball that he is. I like it. I like it. I'm like, you have everything. You have every single look for it. Like, this fits you. And he's not a bad wrestler either.
No, he's not. Everybody says he is, but he's really not. He's a good wrestler. He's a workhorse.
He is a workhorse. He's in the mode of the Eddie Guerrero type, like his dad was at them, where they can hold their own if you put them on a card. So, man, listen, Liv Morgan, what is... My thing with Liv Morgan is, what is her, outside of her just being
she's gonna get washed.
Right.
Did you see that Crown Jewels belt that they're gonna do for all the champions?
No.
So Triple H has a champion versus champion. The winner gets the Crown Jewel belt.
Is that supposed to be like the big thing? Like
it's supposed to be like, I guess, like a universal title.
Is that gonna be regularly defended?
I have no idea. I know they said that they were doing it for Dubai or whatever. That's where it's at, right?
Yeah, Crown Jewel. Yeah, Saudi Arabia or something like that.
So they're
yeah.
doing it for that, and then they're gonna do champion versus champion. So that means Cody's facing Gunther.
Yeah.
And then Liv is facing Nia Jax.
Yo, what the hell is the? Wait. Liv is gonna get killed. Oh, Nia Jax. Luckily, the thing is scripted because Nia Jax is going to kill her.
Well, Mommy would kill her anyway, but Liv's not horrible. I mean, I like Liv.
No, she's good. She's just the way she comes off as a slur in the storyline with Dom.
Yo, she owned it. Did you see that little promo?
I mean,
she goes, "I'll tell you guys the truth. I am a home wrecker. I did tell this girl's mom. I did take this girl's man.
Yeah,
she was like, but I'm still the champion. I was like, oh, that was tough.
That was tough. She's saying she's a slur. Yeah, but what the hell is it with Gunther? Gunther, he doesn't.
That's a ring general.
He doesn't like. I know he was the Intercontinental Champion for like 660 something days or something like that. That's the ring general. He doesn't come off the screen as somebody who you're just like.
He's a heel champion. He really is.
Yeah, in the form of who? We've had some great heel champions in our day. He's not going to be up there.
I get a lot of William Regal vibes from him. Some JBL.
Yeah, it's just, and I don't know. Well, JBL also was his character. JBL also had character.
Yeah, Gunther does too. What are you talking about? His mic skills is getting up there because you saw what he did to Goldberg and Bret Hart. That shit had me dying.
Bret Hart got in the same ring with Goldberg.
No. Oh, you missed it then.
No. I know there was an episode where Bret Hart had came out. It was a couple weeks ago, actually.
It was in, because that's when Raw, I want to say.
Yeah, it was Raw.
It was in Canada. So
okay, They
did it where Bret Hart was, and then Gunther goes in the ring, because Bret Hart, like, on the best there is, best there will be. And then he goes in the ring. He goes, so, if anybody thinks they can take the name from me from the back, you guys chalk mistaken. And then Gunther comes out. And he goes, Bret Hart, I want to thank you. I want to say you're a childhood hero of mine, but you're only my second favorite wrestler. And then he goes, my first, Bill Goldberg. Bret Hart was so tight.
Because he's trolling now. Bret Hart has serious heat with Goldberg. Like, has serious heat with Goldberg.
Yeah.
Goldberg,
he ended his career.
Right. Bret Hart was always, like, people were like, oh, Bret Hart is bitch. And I'm like, no, Bret Hart always made everybody in the ring safe.
Yeah.
Goldberg didn't look after safety and ended his career. I'll be tight, too. I mean, he got all that Time Warner money behind it, but nonetheless,
This heavy died when he told him. And then Bad Blood, he did the same thing to Goldberg. Goldberg was there and everything. He was like, did you see me like last week or 2 weeks ago talking to Bret? I said, I do need to admit something. I lied to Bret because you're trash. He told Goldberg.
Yo, I just don't.
And then Goldberg tried to get out, and then he was like, Goldberg, I'm not next. I'll give you 3 minutes of hell. Come in here this ring.
Oh boy. I mean, good is he's a heel. I mean, yeah, he's a heel.
That's the ring in a row.
The ring. Oh, God, Gunther. I mean, they're pushing him though because he just came off an Intercontinental title run, which was forever the longest run in the history of the business over there, and then now they put him in the champion. All right, listen, whatever he does, I guess they need a heel champion. I guess you can't have everybody
liked.
Yeah, you can't have everybody liked, which is why I think I liked always Triple H when he was a heel so much more than when he was, I like the DX Triple H, don't get me wrong, but when Triple H was the heel.
Who's the current champions? Yeah, Jey Uso, everybody loves. LA Knight, everybody loves.
Yeah.
And that's why you need Gunther.
Yeah.
And you have Cody Rhodes, everybody loves.
Yeah. I mean.
He sucks, though.
Nah, listen, he's good for the business. That's the first thing. The second thing, LA Knight finally got himself the U.S. Championship, which I was happy for him because he's another guy who's a workhorse who worked his ass off. Who he's got talent in the ring too, and he's good on the mic. Like why wouldn't they? And then Jey Uso, they gave him an Intercontinental. He's better than that though.
He is, but that's his first championship.
That's his first championship, so I guess he has to climb the ranks. But he's way better than that.
Well, I think they're gonna ship it from him because I think he's gonna join that Bloodline story. So.
And
someone said Jimmy come back.
Jimmy Uso, man. Listen, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what they're doing, and I really think that.
Yo, The Rock's back.
Yeah, I saw Final Boss comes out. It just looks just like Listen, it's been alright. It's been alright.
They're gonna go crazy today. You gotta watch it.
I'll see if I can get up in there, see what I can do as far as SmackDown. I don't know if.
All right, let's get on this.
All right, but enough. This is the most time I think we've ever given to WWE. That's because Dyson is not here.
Yeah, Dyson don't watch it.
Dyson don't watch it, so
It's lit, though.
Yeah, we're trying to get Dyson into it, but Dice. Shout out Dice. Shout out Dice.
All right, let's go through the last week's. We're probably going to go through quick because, like I said, I had a crazy weekend and I didn't really get to watch a lot of games. I did, but I didn't. So, we'll probably go through it. You want to go to the first game?
You start. Yeah, stop the bottom.
Bucks versus Falcons. Falcons won 36-30. What do you think about it?
In overtime. That game was just full of points. Kirk Cousins,
I had Kirk Cousins on my fantasy bench. He threw 500 yards and 4 touchdowns.
And this is Kirk Cousins. And Kirk Cousins.
I did watch that game because it was Thursday game.
Right. And Kirk Cousins can do this. The problem is that a lot of times that Kirk Cousins has games like this, they're empty stats. Right. It's empty stats. Darnell Mooney, who I have on my fantasy team, he had 36 points after having that game, and I'm thinking about putting him in the starting lineup this week, try to see if we can keep the momentum going as far as him and Cousins go. They look like they were good in sync.
Ray McLeod is good too.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield, out there, he played well as well. Like that,
it was a good division game.
Yeah, and I'm seeing I'm seeing all the Thursday night games this year. They've all been divisional games, which is pretty good because you're going to get good football when you have divisional games.
That's true.
So. Shout out to them. The Falcons, they needed that win. To be honest, they needed that win. They've played well, and they just haven't gotten the results. They needed that win, and hopefully, that pushes them forward even more.
The next game, Jets versus Vikings. Vikings are 5-0, and it's, I don't want to say bother me, but it's bothering me. And the Jets are better than this. That's why they fired the coach.
That's my issue. Like, shout out to the
17-23.
First off, here's what I'm gonna say. Your man Andrew Van Ginkel, anybody with a New York on their helmet, he just seems to put work in on those.
He's a beast. I be telling you, I be sleeping on Andrew Van Ginkel.
Van Ginkel had a 63-yard interception return for a touchdown. So he got 2 pick sixes this year off of both New York quarterbacks.
Yep, and did you know that Van Ginkel has more touchdowns than a couple receivers? He got more touchdowns than Devontae. He got more touchdowns than a couple wide receivers.
Minnesota the Vikings don't do anything that jumps off the page that makes you say, oh, they just know how to win.
Yeah, they do. The only thing is Justin Jefferson.
Right, but they don't do nothing.
TJ's not even playing. Right. TJ Hawkinson's not even playing. So once they get that extra weapon, then they're even more scared.
So what I'm saying is the Vikings don't do nothing necessarily that looks like, that team is no. Aaron Rodgers, Justin Jose, he told, before the season started, he said, Aaron Rodgers, if the coach gets fired, it's going to be Aaron Rodgers. Yeah. So when I see him this weekend, I'm going to have to tell him, like, yo, bro, I got to give him his flowers on that one. Like, Aaron Rodgers was terrible in that game. Terrible. And Aaron Rodgers hasn't really played Aaron Rodgers, like, all season. And
he did.
When? What? You give me one game against the Patriots? What was that?
Yes.
What has been that signature Aaron Rodgers game?
Patriots game.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
He cooked them.
No, he wasn't.
They even benched him. That's how much they cooked them.
Listen, Aaron Rodgers hasn't had an Aaron Rodgers type game. The Jets' offensive line is not good, by the way. And you see what happens when you don't have a good offensive line. It even makes great quarterbacks like that look a bit pedestrian. Aaron Rodgers, obviously, off his injury last year, he can't run. I don't know what's up with his receivers. I know they're trying to trade for Devontae Adams.
Devontae needs to come to Cincinnati, but he's
not necessarily.
He doesn't. We don't need him, but
you don't need him.
It'll be better because we can sign Jamar to longer because his contract is already solidified.
Listen. You don't need a Devontae Adams. You don't. The Bengals don't need a Devontae Adams.
Our offense is clicking. We don't
your offense is one of the very best in the NFL. It's by far not even close to the problem for this team.
No,
we'll get to that. We'll get to that and when we get to their game.
All right, next game is the Bears versus the Panthers. Your boy Caleb Williams out here getting dubs, 300 yards for 2 touchdowns, 20 for 29. That's not bad.
Caleb Williams had a good game.
You better acknowledge him.
I'm not going to acknowledge Caleb. I'm never going to acknowledge him.
He threw 2 touchdowns to DJ Moore.
But again, this is the Panthers.
Calm down. The Panthers' defense is trash, but their offense is be clicking sporadically.
This is the Panthers.
What do you mean? What's his name? Churro Hubbard? He's good.
This is still the Panthers.
That's because your boy, Dice's boy, Deontay Johnson is
Deontay Johnson is in there.
He's inconsistent. Al Thielen's injured.
It's the Panthers. Because even with all of that, it's the Panthers.
Nah, I give Panthers some respect.
It's the Panthers. It's the Panthers. That's all I can say. When they win, like they won when Andy Dalton first started, oh, wow.
So you don't think they did anything?
It's the Panthers.
But the Bears have a good defense.
The Bears have a good defense.
It's elite.
But
he still did his thing.
No. Caleb, you ain't getting no love, Caleb. Like, bro, go out there and show more.
Next game, Browns versus Commanders, 13-34. You better acknowledge Jaden Daniels and these Commanders because they're the top of your division.
Never.
They're gonna win that division.
They literally should be 3-2 right now. We
didn't have a kicker.
We didn't have a kicker. All right, we didn't have a kicker. All right. I will give Jaden Daniels his props though. He's getting
Rookie of the Year.
He's getting Rookie of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year. He does lead the NFL in completion percentage. I mean, it's not like he's it's not like he's out there ripping. I've seen them play. Their offense is literally 4 yards in a bucket. Meaning you're going to get the 4 yards and then the receivers got to make the play afterwards.
They're winning your division.
No, we're not going to put them up on that pedestal yet.
But they are. They're leading your division.
They're leading the division, but we're not going to put them up there yet. They got to show more. This team has lost consistently for years. I'll believe it when it comes time to it.
Okay.
The Cleveland Browns, I don't know what the hell has happened.
I don't know what's happening.
I don't know what the hell has happened.
They're just fumbling crazy. I know what's happening with us, but I really don't know what's happening.
I don't know what's happening with them, and I don't know if something tells me that this team doesn't believe in Deshaun Watson. They played a whole lot better when Flacco was in there last year.
You're saying the team in general, right?
I'm saying, yeah, especially they don't believe in Deshaun Watson. That defense is a lot better than what they showed.
Yeah, 100%.
And I don't know what's going on with Cleveland. What are they? They're 1-4 now?
Yep.
Oh, boy. This is going to be a long season in Cleveland, I'll tell you that much. Because they're losing games that they really, they're better than their talent is better than what their record are. But sometimes some franchises are just cursed. They're one of them.
Dolphins and Patriots. Dolphins won. I didn't really watch this game. I saw Tyler Huntley doing okay.
I mean,
it was just a low-scoring game, 15-10.
If the Patriots ever find a way, by the way, they're getting ready to go to Drake May.
Yeah, they're starting Drake May.
Which I don't know what took them so long.
Because they were nervous because their offensive line is trash and Jacoby Brissett can run, and they're nervous that they're going to hurt Drake May. But now they're willing to take that risk. You
have to, because at this point now, you're not going nowhere with Jacoby Brissett. Yeah, the Patriots are not going nowhere in general. You might as well let the kid get in there and get some work. You can improve everything in the offseason, but let him get some work. Jacoby Brissett is not going to lead to wins. The Patriots, I tell you, if they could score a touchdown or two more a game, that team will also be undefeated. That team, they've been close in every game that they played.
What are you talking about? Jacoby Brissett's not going to lead them. They're so close they can't finish.
They can't finish, but that's a young team, though. But they look like they got some potential there for the future. So get the boy Drake May in there. Let him have some fun.
Next game, you better acknowledge Trevor Lawrence. Jaguars and Colts. Jaguars won. Trevor Lawrence had a hell of a game. 37-34. I'm ready to hear this shit.
You know what my issue with Trevor Lawrence is?
You said Trevor Lawrence's ass.
Trevor Lawrence was a number 1 overall draft pick and was supposed to be this generational quarterback.
28 out of 34, 371 yards, 2 touchdowns, one pick.
And when are you going to get that from Trevor Lawrence again? This man is getting paid the same amount as Joe Burrow. When are we going to get that again from Trevor Lawrence? Trevor Lawrence is
Joe Flacco was playing, but Flacco he threw 3 touchdowns.
I don't understand why Flacco can't start for somebody.
Because he's like 42.
But he's out there slinging that football like
technically he's starting now. So
yeah, he's out there throwing that football like he's 25 again.
Like he still lost.
He still lost though, and he lost because the Colts defense is not good. They're not good. Lawrence. I'm not acknowledging no Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence's ass.
Trevor Lawrence's ass. Number 1 overall draft pick. He's supposed to be this generational talent. Everybody, Trevor Lawrence. Good game, Trevor Lawrence. Good game.
All right, next game, Bills in Texas, 20-23. Texas won.
Is Stephon Diggs at it again with another quarterback?
Why you say that?
I don't know. Him and C.J. Stroud, it seems like, if C.J. Stroud doesn't hit him, which he shouldn't have a problem now because I think Nico Collins is out.
For the season.
Nico Collins is out.
Hamstring, I think.
So Stephon Diggs will get some touches now, but he's
so it's taken down.
I'm really starting to believe that this Stephon Diggs is just
he's the problem.
He's the problem.
Yeah.
Like you can't go from Minnesota, and in Minnesota that's the problem over there. Buffalo, where you have Josh Allen, he's the problem. And then you go to Houston, where you have C.J. Stroud, you have a young generational quarterback, and you're beefing with him. At some point, Stephon Diggs, that talent is
it's being diminished.
Yeah, like you're gonna find yourself in an Antonio Brown type situation. All the talent in the world, but you're just too disruptive.
Jeez.
I'm serious. I hope he gets it together. I have him on my fantasy team. I've had him on my fantasy team the last 3 years. And he's giving me points. He's getting me points. So
I got Tim though, so that's why I started.
Stephon Diggs looks like the type that can really sabotage.
Why did the Bills lose that game? That's my question to you. Because they've been losing the last, after they lost the Ravens, I feel like they're going on a downhill spiral. Because they came out the game hot.
One, the competition is getting better now. Their first 3 games, I think, was against, you had Arizona, you had Arizona, they didn't have the Miami team without Tua. They played Miami without Tua, right? And they had, who else they had? It was some other team on their schedule, but the Ravens game came up, now you step up in competition. Jaguars, right. Now you step up in competition. The Ravens, let them know what the business is. The Texans are a really good team.
They face the Jets next week.
I don't know how that game is going to go. But, teams are going to figure it out with Buffalo, and they're going to put their focus right on it. So other players now for Buffalo have to step up. They're going to hone in on Josh Allen all the way. They got to step up.
You want to go to the best game of the week, or you want to skip over that, go last?
We can. I don't know. Keep going down the list. Just
Ravens versus Bengals. What's the next game? That was the best game of the week.
I'm assuming that we're gonna delve into this game here.
That's what I asked you. You want to start it now?
Yeah. We can start it now. I mean, it's there, so we can start it now.
I'll let you go.
You know what? That's your squad.
No, I'll let you go so I can rebut and then shut you down like I like to do.
Never. You never do that.
I do. Let's do this.
Overtime
win 41-30.
Joe Burrow and that offense is like a pinball machine. They can go out there and score touchdowns with their eyes closed. That's how good and efficient they are. And it sucks that team's defense is so bad.
They're not that bad. They're inconsistent. I'll give them that.
Rios,
you want me to break this down?
Rios. No. Let's not do this.
Let's do this. This is what we're here for. This is what they watch it for.
Rios, you listen. Your defense has been bad.
Yeah, it has, but it's been inconsistent. It's been improving over time, but it's so inconsistent.
You.
All right, let me kick some facts.
Okay, go ahead.
So B.J. Hill came back this game.
Okay.
Right, Miles Murphy came back. He wasn't a starter. He was like our secondary rotation, which is cool because he's big. He was our draft pick last year. Miles Murphy, B.J. Hill came back from injury. Sheldon Rankins is still injured. With that being said, through that whole game, they held Derrick Henry to 27 yards rushing the whole first thing before overtime. That's not amazing. And they got a sack. Oh, they got a tackle safety on Derrick Henry. That's not good for defense for the best running back in the league right now because he leads the league in yards. But that defense to do that to him, that shaky defense to do that to him. That's what I'm saying. They're inconsistent. They're not bad. They're inconsistent.
They gave up 41 points
to one of the best offenses in the league.
Your team was up 10 points with 6 minutes left in that game.
If you look at, well, that was Joe Burrow's pick too. You know what I mean?
They can't sit here and ask Joe Burrow to be everything. Joe Burrow is going to be allowed to make those mistakes.
It wasn't his mistake, but
listen,
he threw the pass, and then it was good defense from Kyle Hamilton, and he pressed it before the 5-yard bump, and he was the guy there. It was great defense.
It was good defense,
and the Ravens have a good defense, and Joe Burrow butchered them apart. 5 touchdowns, 400
tore them up. Joe Burrow picked them apart like holes in Swiss cheese, man.
Yep. And they 5 touchdowns, 400 yards, and our defense, at the end of it, in overtime, This is what I'm saying. It's inconsistent. We get the fumble from Lamar Jackson to go finish it up. And if it wasn't for luck, good or bad luck, we wouldn't have any luck at all because all we have is bad luck. That stupid chip shot field goal that Evan McPherson could make it with his eyes closed, and they fumbled it. That's crazy to me. We dropped the ball, Evan McPherson, and he still kicked that shit over 50 yards. Because it went all the way wide left because he didn't have a help.
He didn't have his mechanics was off because of the fumble.
Yeah. But from there, the defense is inconsistent because, like I said, you get the fumble from Lamar Jackson, and then you let Derrick Henry run 48 yards on the last run.
Yeah.
You held him down all game. I get you're tired, whatever. He's best Derrick running back in the league. But the very last play you give up.
It's poetic. It was poetic because your team has, I think, the worst rushing defense in the NFL.
And we locked them up.
And you locked them up until you didn't.
Yeah. But that was crazy. Geno Stone made that tackle too to make sure he didn't get the touchdown.
I'm taking Joe Burrow and that offense out of this equation. Because they're out there.
But you can't sit there and say the defense is trash when you get a safety on Derrick Henry and hold them all these yards. But, you give up plays because Lamar is Lamar. Did you see what he was doing?
Your defense have given up 40 points twice this season already. Twice in 5 games, your defense has given up 40 points.
Did you see what Lamar was doing, though? That's crazy.
Lamar's a great player, and I'm not taking away from Lamar's greatness. Joe Burrow went out there and put up 38 points for your defense, and your defense could not hold a lead.
That's what I'm saying, but they're inconsistent. They're not horrible because the other teams they make Lamar sit on the bench at third quarter because that's how high they are. It was a shootout.
Okay. I understand that it's hard. I understand that this is difficult right now.
Fuck you.
I understand that this is difficult.
You're not acknowledging the level of intensity because you just said, Buffalo played a good team.
I am,
and then they got worked. We played a good team and we didn't get worked. It was right there.
I'm acknowledging the fact that.
Acknowledge me.
I'm acknowledging the fact that Joe Burrow and that offense is elite. But your defense is
shaky.
No. Shaky would be a compliment.
Nah.
Dude.
You're going to see this fucking weekend. You think Daniel Jones is going to be running like that?
Everybody else has. Everybody else has on that defense. No. Everybody else has passed on that defense. Everybody else has ran on that defense.
You know what's funny? I wouldn't doubt if he tries to run. But I hope Trey just bodies him. And then gives him that Van Ginkel treatment.
Listen. It doesn't. To me, I'm looking at it and I'm like, it
was a great game. Every game this season has been the Bengals' great game. If I had to say something, they had a game of the week almost every week, except for the fucking Carolina. Nobody really cares about. We got the dub. The Patriots game was like, what the fuck happened to them? The Chiefs game, nail biter.
Chiefs game was a nail biter.
The Commanders game was amazing because it's just a great offensive game. This game, the same thing in overtime. Like, we just need to finish.
No.
It was bad.
Joe Burrow needs to put up 45 points for you guys to win. That offense is that offense is already doing enough.
Yeah.
The offense is already carrying their load. That offense is the only reason you guys are not looked at as probably the worst team in the NFL right now.
Calm down.
In all seriousness.
The worst team is ridiculous. Almost smacked you.
In all seriousness, never. But in all seriousness, Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and them can only do but so much.
Yoshi's out there too.
They can only do but so much.
What are you talking about? You got Chase Brown cooking on the thing too?
We're not talking about the Bengals' offense. Their offense is not the issue. It never has been the issue.
It literally is the defensive line. So, as I see progress, the week 1, week 2, week 3, we didn't have B.J. Hill. We didn't have Sheldon Rankins. We didn't have Miles Murphy. All we had was Trey and Sam Hubbard. And then they ran right through the middle.
What happened to your linebackers? What happened to Pratt and Logan Wilson?
They had the most tackles. They doing their thing, but it's the deep coverage. That's why Cam Taylor-Britt got benched, but Geno Stone does good.
And you lost Dax Hill, so that's going to hurt too.
Yeah, it does, but DJ Turner is good. I think he was doing more than Dax Hill, to be honest.
I mean, listen,
But right now, Sheldon Rankins is playing, right? Sheldon Rankins is going to – him and B.J. Hill's back. So our defensive line is going to be top-notch this weekend, which I'm excited about because that's the first time we're going to have our first starting defensive line in this season.
Sure. And I'm not saying players don't
Yeah, BJ Hill had a sack on Lamar.
Right. I'm not saying that doesn't help out or that doesn't whatever the equation. What I'm saying is
Mike Hilton's back too.
Your defense is bad.
It's shaky.
It's not shaky. It's bad.
It's not as bad as other teams. That's what I'm saying. It's shaky.
It's.
And now
Are we watching the same games? Because every time
I dissect my games.
Because every time I see the Bengals go down to score, Joe Burrow is just like, okay, we're gonna have to set up again because we're gonna have to go down there and score another touchdown because the game is gonna be tied by the time we get back out on that field. That defense it hasn't been good. It hasn't been good.
When you hold Derrick Henry to 20 yards in the first 4 quarters, and then you get when you get a safety tackle on Derrick Henry, it's not good enough.
Which is great. But
you just said it's not good.
Which is good, but Lamar was able to get in there, especially in that second half, and just go to work on them too. And
it was chip shots. He made Mark Andrews again in that game. He's on Mark Andrews caught like a 40-yard.
Listen,
Zay Flowers is cooking out there. But Lamar just Zay likely got 2 touchdowns. Like, it's crazy. But at the end of the day, who was a better quarterback in that game?
You mean who was? It doesn't matter who was the better quarterback because the better quarterback.
Joe Burrow's having an MVP season,
and what is that going to do when his team is 1-4?
He's still gonna get MVP,
and he can't get MVP. His team is 1-4. Not because of Joe Burrow, not because of the excellence of Joe Burrow. No, not that. Not that.
Acknowledge him.
Not that. You guys can't tackle. You can't stop nothing. You guys get leads. Your offense puts you out there with 2-score leads, and you can't hold that.
You making it seem like it's a different team. It is the Baltimore Ravens that.
I'm not making it seem like it's a different team. Baltimore, yes, could do that to anybody, but the defense has been a pattern all season.
That's what I'm saying.
This is not.
But with that being said, like I said, this is the first time we're gonna have our defensive line in. And it might help. It might not because Daniel Jones is is Vanilla Vic.
It might help. It may help.
He's a running quarterback.
Guys are coming back.
But Malik Neighbors ain't playing, right?
He hasn't cleared protocol. I guess we're gonna find out after today. I guess if he can go through practice today or whatever, I think that he has a shot at playing. If Malik Neighbors doesn't practice, he's not playing.
Yeah.
He's not playing. But, with that being said, that doesn't take away that your defense is bad, dog.
Well, we'll see in person. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Let's move on because we've been going on too much about this. You hating on?
I'm not hating on it.
Derrick Henry.
I'm not hating on you locked up.
Broncos and Raiders. This is a bad story with the Raiders. Bo Nix actually is good though. I give him his career.
Bo Nix, shout out to Bo Nix. I'm gonna tell you something. What happened in that game? Sean Payton, that ain't Russell Wilson. He ain't taking your shit, bro.
You saw that, right?
He's not taking your shit, bro.
Yeah, like, no, we ain't doing this.
We're not doing this. We're not doing this.
He said, I'm going to be the franchise, so you got to listen to me.
Right. Like, we're not doing this.
He said he's not.
Like, go over there, and we're working to be back to what the Denver Broncos were, but you're not coming over here with this shit.
That's facts.
That's
funny. But the Raiders is a sad story.
Oh, O'Connell, I think now is starting.
Yep. Max Crosby's not playing this week. Devontae's not playing this week.
Devontae's only not playing because he requested a trade. They're not going to.
And Antonio Pierce isn't taking none of their shit.
No, Antonio Pierce is like,
I could care less. We could lose.
Out. Yeah, because
I'm not playing with this.
Where he's trying to build a culture there.
Yeah.
And Devontae Adams going out in the middle of the week, like I'm requesting a trade. We're not even gonna put you on the field at this point, dog, because you're not gonna contribute. You're gonna, and he said it a couple weeks ago. He was saying Antonio Pierce made a comment that people are making business decisions on the field. They're not playing a game of football on the field. They're making business decisions, and I think a lot of people took that the wrong way, but they really shouldn't.
Nope.
They really shouldn't. The Raiders, God, that. You know what? Sometimes you got to clean up the mess. And right now, Devontae Adams, he went there for a whole different reason and
to follow his boy,
his boy was cut because they didn't want to pay the money out, but they haven't had a good quarterback since.
Yep.
They didn't give that time to work. Josh McDaniels totally screwed that whole situation up.
Raiders lost 18, Broncos 34.
But
look, next game, Cardinals and Niners. That's crazy. Your Cardinals actually did something. Second half team beat the Niners. 24-23. What's happening with the Niners?
Well, what's going on with the Niners? First off,
their record is 2-3.
3, right? So this goes to show you how important a Christian McCaffrey is to that offense.
Whoa!
It does. It does.
Jordan Mason is top.
He's no.
And that's not Elijah Mitchell. Is Jordan Mason?
No. Listen.
And he's fucking been putting in work for them.
Listen. Yeah. Running wise, I'm not talking about that.
Okay.
CMC is a whole different dynamic on offense, though. Okay. He really is. There's stuff that Jordan Mason he can't do that CMC does. That opens up that offense. I don't know what's going on. This is not a good time for Brock Purdy to have his team playing like this. I don't know what's going on with the Niners.
He did horrible. 19 for 35, 244, 2 picks and 1 intel. That's why they lost against Cardinals. Mm-hmm. Cardinals don't even have a good defense like that.
And that's the issue. They still have Kittle. They still have Ayuk. They still have Debo. That team should not be, even without CMC, but you can see what CMC does for that team, though, because that team has not been the same since the Super Bowl. They haven't been. Yep. Y'all had them. And y'all let them come back and take it, man. They haven't been the same since.
All right, next game is your game. I'll let you take the Rams. I didn't really watch this one. So Giants versus Seahawks, 29-20. Giants won.
The score is not an indication of how we dominated that game.
Yeah, especially you needed to, because last time you played the Seahawks, they
had like 11 sacks. Yeah. So happy we didn't have a repeat performance of that.
Also, with that game too, you guys lead the NFL in sacks, which is gets me a little nervous on Sunday
because
I don't want Joe Burrow to get hit.
I mean,
but Maris Mims, I believe in him. He's nice. He's a big boy. Maris Mims, our right tackle.
Yeah.
Yo, I saw the guy come at him full hard straight, and Maris Mims went like this. And the guy fucking rolled over.
He's not the one.
I was like, yo.
Whoever that's not him. The one y'all got to worry about is Dexter Lawrence.
Yeah.
Dexter Lawrence is out there. 6 sacks.
Maris Mims is our right tackle, so he's defending Joe Burrow.
Yeah,
Dexter Lawrence.
It's Dexter Lawrence. The Giants actually, I'm not buying into it yet.
We'll see in person.
But I'm not buying into it yet. The Giants do this all the time. They'll give you some moments where they look like they can be competent.
You know what? I really wanted to be ignorant when I went to that game, but I had to be humble because our record is crazy. I wanted to be so ignorant because at this point in time, we should be like 5-1 or 4-1. We're
easily
1-4.
Should easily be 4-1. Easily.
But I got to be humble when I get there.
It is not even that. Like, we got to see.
I wanted to get beat up. But I don't want to. I want to be happy when I get beat up. But I'm like, this is crazy. I'm not happy.
here's what I will say. Daniel Jones, take that Minnesota game out. He's actually played some good football.
Yes.
He's played some good football. Take that Minnesota game out. He's played some good football.
I said that, and you was like, I'm not.
But I'm not buying into it.
I support him, but I'm not.
I support him, and I will, show me some here against Cincy and Daniel Jones. We can come back to the table, man. I really appreciate the way he's been playing football. He hasn't been making mistakes. It's crazy what a competent offensive line can do for a quarterback. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I mean, don't be shocked he can't show you anything with Cincinnati.
I'm going to be mad if he doesn't show anything against Cincinnati because everybody else has.
Calm down.
Because everybody else has.
All right, we'll see. I'm thinking 2 picks. You want to make the bet?
Anyway.
You want to make a bet?
Anyway.
You want to make a bet?
Anyway. You see these degenerates every week they want to bet something.
You want to make a bet?
They want to bet something every week, these degenerates. No, I'm not betting none.
How about my team has a better record than your team? Your team's leading right now. You got the lead.
We're 2-3. You're 1-4. We're only a game better.
All right.
Believe me. No.
Well, let's bet it.
No.
All right. So
no.
Next game, Packers and Rams. Packers 24, Rams 19. I didn't watch this game.
I don't have much on it except for the fact that Jordan Love is back, and you kind of hope they didn't rush him back. You know?
I mean, because what you got was doing fine, but
Malik Willis was doing just fine, but for the Packers though, I tell you, every time I've watched a couple of them, I watched 2 different games this year at different points with the Packers. Oh, that Xavier McKinney, he's good. He's good.
Are you upset you lost
him? No, for the reasons that we had to. I never wanted him to go. I wanted the Giants to resign McKinney. But I understood why they couldn't. I understood why they couldn't. You know, I understood why they couldn't because there were so many different holes in that roster that needed to be taken care of, that paying that guy 15, 16, 17 million, whatever he's getting paid a year, wasn't going to help us. So, you know, I'm happy to see him out there balling for them, though.
Does he have a pick in every game?
He has a pick in every game, yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. You know, he helps that defense a lot, you know.
This is the game you were talking about, Cowboys and Steelers. Cowboys won 20-17. I watched the first, quarter or two because of delay, and I'm an old man. I fell asleep.
Dyson, just directly to you. I love you. You're my brother, that's my nephew right there.
Solo, I love you.
That's my nephew right there, Dice. If your defense is elite, Dice, you cannot let Dallas when you got a 4-point lead down at the last 2 minutes or so of the game, you cannot let Dallas just march down the field on you like that. You can't. You can't have an elite defense and let that happen.
Jesus.
You know, no. Dyson, no, because he keeps saying hey, we have an elite defense. Okay, you do your defense is very good, but you cannot let Dak Prescott in the last 2 minutes of a football game just come down the field like that and score that touchdown like that. You know, offensively they're gonna have problems.
Steelers?
Yeah, they cannot protect the quarterback at all.
Yeah, I said that too.
At all.
I said your offensive line looks a little shaky. Luckily, Justin Fields could run.
Luckily, he could run, but that offensive line, because they can't block well, they leave a lot of plays on that field. 47. Probably got to take out 5-6 minutes.
No, we got.
Like, they damn it. You know, they can't do nothing offensively. George Pickens had himself a little
kerfuffle.
Yes, you know, and he's not.
He's funny.
He's funny, you know, but it's gonna get to a point where that laughter is not. It's not gonna be funny anymore.
He's the end. He got to take out the
guy's
face.
Right. He plays. He's a young player who plays the game with a lot of emotion, which I like.
Yeah.
But his emotion can't be controlled right now because he does stupid things. Yeah. He's gonna cost his team. Get that under control. He's too good of a player, and believe me, they'll get him the ball. Don't worry about it. But that Pittsburgh now Pittsburgh all of a sudden they're now 3-2.
Same thing with Baltimore.
Same thing with Baltimore. And I thought the Steelers getting out to a 3-0 start was going to actually help them a lot because I saw the back end of their schedule.
What did they lose to them too before?
They lost to the Colts and they lost to the Dallas. They lost to the Cowboys in back-to-back weeks. That back end of that Steelers schedule is not pretty.
Tough.
It's not pretty. You know, these wins here are wins they need to pile up. You know, and they're going to surprise win a game here that you think they're not supposed to win, but they're also going to lose a game that you think they're supposed to win. So that division is starting to round up. And even with the Browns and the Bengals in last place, they're only 2 games out with so much football left to play.
I'd rather win this game.
You know, and I'm like, yo, you gotta put these teams away. Gotta put these teams away. You can't let it happen, you know. Because the one thing that I'm like, and when I look at y'all division, the one thing I look at is that the Browns, I don't know what the Browns are gonna do. That team looks lost. But you guys though, if you find a way to get your defense halfway decent, like not even halfway decent, but play at a competent NFL level of defense, guess what? You guys are not out of that division at all.
We're not.
The Ravens haven't played good. The Steelers now look like they're kind of.
The Ravens played great lately. The last 2 weeks they had to play great.
They had to play good.
And they did.
But that team came out the gate struggling those first 3 games.
Yeah, because they had a different mindset. They were so stupid with it. They said they weren't going to run Derrick Henry. They were just going to make him an option.
They're going to make him an option. You crazy.
not Derrick Henry. But they changed the whole scheme, and look, now it's working.
Oh, because they're letting Derrick Henry run the ball?
Yep. And now he's leading the league.
God. Smart.
All right, last game of the week was Chiefs and Saints. I didn't watch it. I heard a lot from it. I heard that they still letting Patrick Mahomes beat Jordan and change the rules and getting no calls, pass interference again. And I'm like, it doesn't shock me.
Listen,
being a Bengals fan, I know. You know what I mean?
They're 5-0,
and that's crazy.
They're 5-0. The crazy part is
we beat them 26-13.
That team,
Justin was going off.
That team. That Chiefs team has not played their best football yet.
And I don't understand how they had this record.
So that they have this record, Derek Carr is out, which means Spencer Rattler is getting ready to come in.
I heard he looks promising.
He did look promising. They drafted him in the 5th round and see what he has. See what he has. Derek Carr took you as far as Derek Carr can take you.
He's hurt.
This team don't look like the same team for the first 2 weeks. Defensively, they do. Offensively, though, no.
We'll see what Spencer could do then.
They have
I don't understand how the Chiefs are 5-0 for the way they're playing. You guys can call me a Chief haters, do whatever you want, but
listen.
There's no way. They keep getting all these no calls, and it's blowing my mind. Like now it looks deliberate. Now it looks like they do it intentionally. Like, oh look, guys.
There's always going to be a call in every game where you're like, how the hell they didn't call that?
Sure, one. There's like 27.
Yeah, listen, they're 5-0, man, and what are you going to do?
Fuck them.
What are you going to do?
All right, let's break down who do you think's going to win next week. We can wrap it up. But obviously, this game already happened. It was the Niners and Seahawks. Niners won 36-24.
All right, so that's done.
Jaguars and Bears. Who you got? They're both your boys, Trevor Lawrence and Caleb Williams. This is a good pick.
I'm gonna take the Bears in this one. Me
too.
Jacksonville's defense, I don't trust.
I trust the Bears defense,
but they've been looking good, and
so that's why and
Trevor Lawrence is gonna go back to looking like cheeks. So yeah, yeah.
Bucs Saints division game.
Spencer Rattler.
Denver against Baker. Chris Godwin. Mike Evans.
I'm actually going to take the Saints in this one.
Ooh.
I'm going to take the Saints in this one.
I'm going to take the Bucs.
I'm going to take the Saints in this one.
This next game, it should be great. Commanders and Ravens.
Ravens.
I'm going to take the Commanders because the Ravens need to be humbled.
The Ravens need to be humbled, but
and this would have put the Commanders on another level where they get this dub. I got to put a parlay.
This is like the first game this season where they're facing like.
Fuck you! What are you talking about?
This is the first game this season where they're facing like listen, I'm taking the Ravens.
I'm taking Commanders. When they win, I'm not trying to hear nothing from you.
Oh boy, here we go.
You want to make a bet on it?
You're a degenerate, bro.
Cardinals and Packers.
I'm taking the Packers. Even though that game is going to be a lot closer than what it seems. That game is going to be a lot closer. I'm taking the Packers, though.
No, I'm going to take the Cardinals because they've been doing, like, good and bad shit. So you never know with them.
I'll take the Packers. I'll take it.
All right. Colts and Titans.
Boy.
I'm taking the Titans.
I'm going to take the Colts. I've took the Titans like literally every game this year, and they failed me.
What are you talking about? They're 1-3.
Colts. Eventually, the Colts are going to win one of these games.
That's what I say about the Titans.
They're eventually going to win one of these games. The Titans, their play has been a little inconsistent. The Colts just don't have a defense.
Yeah.
But they've been able to go out there and put points up on everybody.
Sure.
I'll take the Colts.
Titans and Patriots.
That doesn't mean Titans and the Patriots. But those are the Titans and the Colts.
I mean Texans and the Patriots. My fault.
Texans
and Patriots.
Texans.
Yeah, Texans.
Drake May in his first NFL start against that defense. I'm taking the Texans.
Texans, I am. Browns versus Eagles. This looks like a good game because they've both been shaky.
It looks good on paper.
Somebody needs to win. So who do you think is gonna win? And I think it's going to be the Eagles because I know that is coming back. I think A.J. Brown's coming back. They had to buy. Saquon's back, obviously.
Unfortunately,
I'm going to take the Eagles.
I have to take the Eagles in this one as well. I got to take the Eagles with this one as well. The Browns has really shown nothing. What makes me think this is going to be any different?
All right, what about this game? Chargers and Broncos. I'm going to take the Broncos. I believe in Bo Nix. I'm gonna take the Broncos as well. Bo Nix is real.
Bo Nix, he looks like he has it under
not
control.
Russell Wilson. I love that little sequence.
Yeah,
he was like who's he talking to?
But on top of that, the Broncos have a good defense that gets overlooked because
I'll
take the Broncos in this game.
Same. Steelers and Raiders. Aiden O'Connell.
Oh man, I'm taking the Steelers. I'm taking the Steelers.
I hope the Raiders win because we need all the division people to lose. But realistically, I'm taking the Steelers.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Steelers. It's just,
Let's see from there. Falcons or Panthers?
Falcons.
Kirk Cousins will cook it.
He's gonna cook some more.
I think I'm gonna make Kirk Cousins my starting quarterback this week because it's the Panthers.
Yeah, that matchup is too good. That matchup is just looks too easy. Yeah.
Lions and Cowboys. I'm taking the Lions.
Yeah.
Okay. No rebut. Nothing. Bengals and Giants. You want to say that for last?
We could say that for last.
Bills versus Jets.
Oh my God. This is gonna be tough.
See, the Jets' defense isn't bad, so that's
their
what that's
defense
the only
isn't bad.
The offense is shaky,
and that's the problem.
But the Bills' defense isn't horrible either. Their offense is it was good, but now it's becoming shaky.
Here's the problem. I'm taking the Bills. I'm taking the Bills in this one. The Jets, it's something. I don't know what the hell is wrong with that team, particularly on offense right now. I don't know what's wrong. But they're getting a new play caller, so obviously they're going to switch it up a little bit. Hopefully they open up the playbook a little more. Rodgers has got to be Rodgers at some point.
Who are you taking, the Jets, you said?
I'm taking the Bills.
Now I'm going to take the Bills, too. 8:15 game in upstate New York.
Yeah.
Last but not least, Bengals versus Giants.
Well,
I gotta take my squad. I would, but I will be lying if I didn't say that I was a little hesitant because you guys lead the league in sacks. That's my only thing.
Here's my issue.
If you could get through my line and try to potentially get to Joe Burrow and stutter him, make him a little bit nervous or something, rattle him, then you guys will be more effective.
Yeah.
But if you don't, it's lights out. But the defense is pretty good. I'm not talking about your offense.
You know what? This is it's tough for me to say who here.
And we got to be there in person. You want to record stuff?
Oh man, shit.
We can post it on the thing.
Yeah, but yeah, we're gonna do that. I'm trying. All right, Giants. All right. I'm gonna go out on a limb here. All right.
Jesus.
I'm gonna go out on a limb. Okay. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I probably know what's gonna happen, and I'm probably stupid for doing this, but I'm gonna go out on a limb. All right, because there's a couple of ways that they can beat the Bengals. There's a couple of ways they can beat them.
They could.
But
we hungry. We're 1-4. We're gonna double Dexter Lawrence every fucking time.
You're gonna have no choice. I'm going to take the Giants.
Hey yo!
I'm going to take the Giants in this game. You wild. I'm gonna take the Giants.
I believe in my team.
The Giants give me every reason to not pick them, but I'm gonna trust what I've seen the last 4 weeks. I'm gonna trust it because now it's 4 weeks. It's consistent 4 weeks of what I've seen. I'm gonna trust it, and I'm gonna take the Giants. And I'm going to tell you this much: if the Giants are going to win this game, they're going to have to control the clock. Keep Burrow and that offense off the field as much as possible. Keep that defense on. And Joe Burrow and them might want to control the clock too because they don't want that defense on there as much as they don't need to.
Chase Brown, he twisted his ankle in practice at Tuesday, but I just got an update literally just now saying that he's not questionable no more. He's fully healthy. He's going to play.
He'll play. So,
But Zach Moss is questionable.
All right.
Mike Gesicki is questionable.
Gesicki is questionable. They still got Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. They're not
and
questionable.
Eric All.
Right? They're not questionable, are they?
She's playing. She better get a touchdown this game. I'll be wilding like a girl.
Those guys are not questionable, are they?
No.
So they present a problem right now.
Eric All is fucking nice. But I tell you that Eric All Jr., he's nice.
They present a problem. They present a problem on that side of the football for us because unless we're getting to Joe Burrow and we're rallying him, I don't think that Bengals offense is just going to go. They've done it to everybody. I don't think we're any different. But defensively, though, on y'all side of the ball, we can take advantage of some things.
Yeah.
Whether Neighbors is playing or not.
Yeah, because Daniel Jones is a good running quarterback.
And just I'm going on a limb. I'm taking the Giants.
No, take it up. You want to do a bet?
I'm taking the Giants.
Want to do a bet?
I'm taking the Giants.
You want to do a bet?
A bet on what?
On the game.
I don't bet on the Giants right now. The Giants haven't shown me enough for me to feel confident in betting on them.
All right. The only bet is if halftime I'm leading.
If you're winning at halftime, okay.
You had the dog, hot dog, no hands.
Absolutely not. Absolutely
we there.
Not. Nah, we're not. We're not. I'm not betting on the Giants right now. I'll take them to win this game, but you nah. Anyway,
you're gonna be there. It should be lit. I can't wait for this Sunday, to be honest.
We're gonna be drunk before kickoff.
That's awesome.
We're gonna be drunk before we even get to the, So hopefully, obviously we're gonna be invested in it. So we're not gonna you know what I'm saying.
No, we're gonna have a good time. I'm gonna be there, black and orange, like it's fucking trick or treat Halloween out here. God, man. Here we go. I can't be as ignorant as I want to be.
How's the weather? I heard it might rain.
No, so I checked the weather too, and it said it was gonna be. It said it would rain, but the rain is gonna be in the morning.
Okay.
And then it's gonna be about almost 64 during the afternoon. 3 p.m.
What are we looking at by game time?
Oof, drizzle. Yeah, 8 o'clock.
Still 57 degrees at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
All right, that's still pretty. That's still pretty decent weather. And out there in Jersey, that 57 hits different than the 57 over here.
Yeah, so, it's gonna rain. I gotta get me a poncho.
Yeah, definitely gotta get the poncho.
You gonna get the Daniel Jones jersey?
Nah, I'm coming in with the LT jersey. I'm throwing in the classic. I got the LT jersey. All right. You know what I mean? All-time legend, great. The greatest defensive player.
Jacket. That shit can't be worn in my car.
What happened?
That shit can't be worn in my car.
Get out of here. Get out of here. It will be worn. It will be worn. All right?
All right, sign us up.
All right. Is there anything else I wanted to touch on before?
Your Mets?
Yes, thank you. I wore the hat for a reason, and then we got into the whole WWE thing. Yo, shout out to my New York Mets, man. There's a couple people, I like to shout out real quick. I don't know if I should be saying their names on camera. You know what I'm saying? Matt Jones, I got a hug waiting for you when I see you, bro.
That was great.
I got a hug waiting for you, man. I know that was difficult. I know that was tough.
He actually says that about. He's like, Shamar likes the Mets. Like, fuck Shamar.
Yeah. So, you tell him to watch this episode. You tell him about Shamar. I gave him love, and I told him when I see you, Matt Jones, I got a hug waiting for you, man. It's all love, man. The Mets played great, and no matter what happens in this next round, we played with house money the whole year. This is still a great season. Shout out to the New York Mets. The Phillies, well, I can't say that I'm totally broken over it, But with that being said, that was it. Shout out, and I'll keep it going as far as baseball content goes, as long as the Mets are still playing. For you Yankee fans, I got nothing for y'all. I don't care about y'all. This is not a they're New York, you should be supporting. No, you're not my team. No, I'm not supporting you.
South New York people are, anyways.
Cat looked great the first 2 preseason games.
I did see that. Yeah. I think you guys won that trade, but everybody keeps saying, DiVincenzo was a big loss.
The Knicks are going to be a problem.
I said that.
The Knicks, let me tell you something. The Knicks had 16 steals in that game against the Wizards. And I know it's the Wizards, but you're talking you're talking 2 of the best perimeter wing defenders in the game on this team. And then you put Cat with Brunson in that pick and roll or that pick and pop. Yo, they're going to be a problem.
I said that.
And I'm looking forward to the season. I'm actually looking forward to basketball season. It'll be coming up here soon. I got to get with Remy. I know he's a Knicks fan. I got to get with Remy.
I'm a huge Knicks fan. Yeah. That's what me and him was talking about. We were watching Bad Blood. We were talking about it. Yeah. He goes, do you think we won that trade? I said, absolutely, bro.
Yeah.
And now it shows. I hold you to it.
Yeah, definitely won that trade. But, outside of that, thank y'all for sitting here through us with another episode of Triple Threat Sportscast. Again.
Next episode should be lit because, like I said, we're going to have stuff from the game.
Oh, my God. The next episode is probably going to be, man, we probably going to have we're going to have some stories to tell.
Facts.
We're going to have some stories to tell. This is going to be crazy. looking forward to it. Obviously, we'll be posting and clipping and stuff live from the game.
Thanks. We could probably go live on the IG. See what we can do.
See what we can do here. We're gonna try to make that happen. But again, you can follow us on YouTube at Triple Threat Sportscast. Remember, click the subscribe button, hit the yellow notification bell to get a thing of all the uploads. You could get us on IG at Triple Threat Sportscast. You can find us on Triple Threat on IG at me at Shamar for President.
Excellence to execution one.
And it's your boy Dice. Shout out Dice. You can follow us on TikTok as Triple Threat Sportscast.
Well, TikTok lit.
Before they get banned.
They're not gonna get banned.
Before they get banned, but you know what? My new social media manager is gonna help me take care of that. So yeah. I can't pray for on TikTok's downfall right now. It'd be funny if I start getting into it and I start really grooving and getting into the TikTok thing, and then it gets banned.
That's what you get.
Hey, I'm gonna come on here if that happens, and I am going to have a field day.
I can see you dancing on it.
Yeah, I'm not dancing on nothing, man. Ain't no dancing on that.
All right. We'll see you guys next week.
See you guys next week, man. Have a good one. Later.